Good evening and welcome to the Hometown News TV, and I'm Lori Young.
And I'm John Young. Thank you for watching our very first episode of Hometown News TV. This is going to be a weekly show that's going to be streamed live to our channels where you're going to be able to get up to date on some of the local events happening in our area. We'll be doing a little bit of upcoming events each week. We'll do a little recap of the things that happened this past week, and then we're going to be sharing some obituaries and different anniversaries, birthdays, just a lot of things from our local area. If you'd like to have your photos and videos included on one of our Thursday broadcasts, you'll notice there's going to be a spot opening and showing some links right below us right here. That's the link you need to go and check out online, and that will show you all the different ways in which you can submit a photo or video or content for one of our upcoming shows. So up next, we're going to be talking about some of the upcoming events that will be happening around the area this weekend. Lori, what do we have coming up?
Well, we have the third annual Sportsman Expo, which will be held on Saturday, September 9th from 10 to 4. You can find this also on our Facebook page. We have the ad on there. And you can also find it on Facebook and search for third annual Sportsman Expo. Next, we also have the Rock the Prairie is this weekend, and that's a huge fundraiser for Mother of Mercy. This will be held Saturday, September 9th at the Albany Amphitheater. And the gates open at 4 o'clock. At 4:30, they have Edge of the Ledge Band, followed at 6 o'clock by Levi Pelzer Band, and at 8 o'clock, the Devin Worley Band. And at 10 o'clock is the main band, which is Phil Vassar this year. The tickets are on sale for $35 if you go online and do that now. Otherwise, it'll be, I believe, $40 at the gate. So if you want to save yourself a little extra money, go ahead, go online. But then again, it's going for a good cause with the Mother of Mercy fundraiser. They will also be taking a collection for the hurricane victims too on Saturday night. On Sunday, September 10th, from 9 until noon, go get yourself a good breakfast at the Catholic United Financial Matching Grant Pancake and Sausage Breakfast, which will be held at St. Joseph's Church Hall in Grey Eagle. And next weekend, September 15th through the 17th, mark your calendar because it's the 43rd Annual Albany Pioneer Days.
And that's one of those events I really enjoy going to with all the old tractors and old tools and old equipment. It makes me feel young again.
I like the parades when they come through with all their old tractors. And
yeah, that's a pretty cool thing. And if it's a nice day, there are like hundreds of tractors, it seems, just rolling on through there. And that's going to be going on all 3 days?
All 3 days, yep. It starts on Friday, goes Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
And we have more information in the paper so they can check that out.
Correct. They have the whole list of all the different activities in there, and we also have it on our Facebook page.
So looking back at the weekend events, this past weekend was Labor Day weekend, so there was a lot of things going on around the area. A couple that we're going to feature today was looking at the St. Rose of Lima Parish Festival that happened in St. Rose, Minnesota. Every year, Labor Day weekend Sunday, they have their parish festival, and they have people from around the area. They have games and activities for the kids and adults, food, just really a great time.
Yes, it is. And they always started off with their 10 o'clock, with their polka mass at 10 o'clock, and it just continues all day long, and they have a big cash drawing at 8 o'clock, and it brings a lot of people, and the weather definitely cooperated this year. It was beautiful on Sunday.
That it was, and it was really neat to be able to go and check out the new addition that they have added onto the church. We're able to go in there, walk around, and the air conditioning was really fabulous in the church.
It was really nice. We went from taking pictures and doing the live coverage and different things. And as soon as you walked into the church, it's like, oh, I could stay here for a while.
Yeah, it was definitely nice. And it was really neat to see the different priests and such from the area were at the event. So goodness gracious, we were seeing some gentlemen who've been out of the area for a number of years, and they came back for this event. It was really kind of neat.
Yes, it definitely was. I believe in this week's photo, or in this week's paper, there's actually, I took a photo where there's 3 priests that were actually there, and they were answering questions and just being out there for the people to communicate with.
Yeah, that was very nice to see all that support for the St. Rose of Lima Church in St. Rosa, Minnesota. Then later in the day, we ended up going up to the Grey Eagle Car Show. They have a car show the Sunday of Labor Day weekend also every year in Grey Eagle, and this year's car show, easily the biggest I've seen up there.
There was a lot of cars and trucks and some of the old different type of vehicles. It was really kind of cool.
Yeah, there were some that are basically restored classics, some that are a combination of a whole bunch of different things that they put together and made into this really kind of cool looking vehicle. But the street was full, a parking lot was full, the other street had vehicles on it, so it was just a great day. And again, the weather probably had a lot to do with such a great turnout with the vehicles.
Right. There was this little Triumph white car that I thought was really kind of cool, and I thought, man, you can't be too big to sit in one of those, because if you're going to do the stick shift, you're going to be elbowing the person next to you, and they're going to be all beat up by the time you get out of the car.
Yeah, that was a pretty small vehicle. And then Monday, continuing up in Grey Eagle, they had their annual Labor Day tractor pull, where they had tractors. Many of our neighbors and friends were up there with their tractors and doing the tractor pull to see exactly how well these old tractors can still pull that big truck down the trail there.
And they had another beautiful day for it. It was a little on the cool side, but it definitely was a nice, sunny, nice day to be out.
So today, while delivering your papers, I saw something I've never seen before. Over in Sauk Center, they've got their little helipad there for the helicopter to land when they have to transfer people out. Well, today the helicopter was there, and they must have been doing some kind of maybe a tour, or maybe it was broken down or something, because they were kind of milling around, checking it out in a real casual way. So it was really kind of neat, because it's like, wow, they actually do land a helicopter there, because I've never seen that in all the years of driving back and forth. I've never seen one on one of their pads. So that was kind of a neat thing to see.
Actually, John, I happened to be in Sauk Center at a doctor's appointment. We had an appointment 2 days in a row, and we got to see one land and wait for a patient and take off. So that was kind of cool.
Yeah, it's neat, the technology where they can get someone who needs that help to a bigger hospital quickly with their Lifelink helicopters. At the Melrose First Step, you'll be noticing a lot of construction. They cleared the dirt away a little bit earlier in this summer. Now they're putting up the structure and are getting ready to build what will be a 4-bay addition to their service station. And they'll be able to really help those of you with larger vehicles, RVs, the diesel trucks, what have you, with their additional service bays. One last thing we noticed en route today is in Melrose, just north of Main Street, there is a carnival that's coming to town for the weekend. I don't know a lot about it, actually. As I was going around and looking for signs or anything that really told me much about it, I didn't see much about it today. But they're going to have a carnival that's going to be there. I think someone had said that it's going to be there starting tonight. It would be Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, and they're going to be having some different games and music and things going on, and I think it's tied in with a car show, which I have seen a little bit about the car show that'll be going on.
Someone had shared that information on Facebook, so maybe they can find more information on Facebook about that?
I really don't know, but it looks like they're going to have a kind of a fun little time. The carnival rides are all set up and such, so you guys will have to find out more. I think the New Munich JCs are involved with this, and again, this is kind of hearsay what I've heard today because I was looking around for information. I just couldn't find anything on this event that'll be happening this weekend in Melrose.
Up next, we have the funeral announcements. These were the ones that were in the paper this week, so if you want to find out more information, Robert Sand, also known as Bert, of 86 of Avon, he had passed away Friday, September 1st. His funeral was held today at Immaculate Conception Catholic Church in New Munich. Funeral service for Doyle Fellbaum, 63 of Cauldron Township. He passed away Saturday, September 2nd. His funeral service will be held next Friday at 11 a.m. at St. Peter's Lutheran Church in Swanville. His complete obituary will probably be in next week's paper because it wasn't available at the time when we went to press, and it still wasn't available as of today. So watch for next week for more information. Little 2-year-old Aurora Wheeler had passed away. She had passed away on August 21st. They were traveling through Des Moines, Iowa. What a sad, sad situation. The memorial services will be held tomorrow, Friday, September 8th, at Nokomis Park Chapel in Minneapolis. She's got grandparents that are from the Albany and Avon area. Just a sweet little girl. Lauren Paul, 74 of Holdingford, he had passed away Wednesday, August 30th. His funeral services were held this past Tuesday at the Community Country Church in Holdingford. John Gorka, age 72 of Sobieski, had passed away on Friday, August 31st. His funeral services were held yesterday, Wednesday, September 6th, in Sobieski there. He used to manage the Elmdale Creamery, and he was the owner of the Swanville Locker, and they also started Gorka's Catering at that time. And previously, he was the owner of Herbie's Bar in Sobieski, which had burned this past June. Funeral service for Leo Machi Jr., age 70 of Bolus. His service will be held Monday, September 11th in Bullis, and he had passed away Saturday, September 2nd. And then we have 2 obituaries that actually came across here today. So these are not in the paper this week, they'll be in next week, but they are on our Facebook page. Benjamin Hatfield, age 39 of Bertram, had passed away yesterday, Wednesday, September 6th. A celebration of life service will be held at 1 o'clock this Saturday, September 9th, at the Swanville City Park. And then Janet Strum, age 70 of Upsala, she had died Monday, September 4th. An open house celebration of her life will be held next Saturday, September 16th, from 11 till 3 at the Upsala Rec Building. And those can also be found on our Facebook page.
Next, we're going to look at what was in this week's issue of the Hometown News. Lori, what did we have this week?
Well, of course, if you're always looking for good business or money type articles, we've got Harvey McKay and Dave Says, which is done by Dave Ramsey. And we have Tom Keene, and he always has his great articles on the good old days. So you'll need to check that out because this week he talks about what encourages kids to do the things that they do. And then John, you had done your small business DIY article, and you had done a kind of a wrap up on a telethon that we were doing, and also about the Facebook advertising classes that you're going to be offering.
Yeah, we wrapped up our telethon, which was done with a different business that we do. We had our telethon for the Houston flooding area, the Houston area flooding, and we raised $16,000 for that flooding. So that was really cool, and we had a lot of great people involved with that. And then, of course, the next week, next Wednesday night, we're going to be doing our first Facebook, a beginning training for Facebook marketing. For a lot of the small business owners, they want to find out more about how to use Facebook and its different ways of finding customers. And that's what we're going to be talking about next Wednesday night. They can go out to smalltownbusinessdiy.com and find out more information about upcoming events and classes we're going to be doing.
And we also had a birth announcement this week. Easton Otto John Bullen. He was born Saturday, September 2nd to Justin and Samantha Bullen of Swanville. Congratulations.
Next, we're going to look at our weekend weather. This weekend's actually going to be a really nice weekend around the area. We're going to have sunshine most of the weekend, and it's going to be one of those weekends you can get out and get some of those things done around the yard. All those little tasks you've been putting off, now is the time to do it while the weather is going to be absolutely beautiful. We're going to be dry for about the next week. It doesn't look like there's much of any rain in the forecast. Looking ahead into next week, we're going to again have a dry week with highs in that 70 range, the 70s range, so you'll be able to get those things done around the house and yard and getting us ready for that thing called snow.
Yes, the nasty word snow. Although once the snow comes, then you don't have to worry about all those projects you didn't get done because it's under the snow.
But right now, we're going to be seeing trees. Today when I was out driving around, the colors on some trees were actually starting to turn. It was like, wow, I didn't notice it last week.
Yes, and the DNR actually went live with their fall color finder today.
Oh, that's that place on the website where you can go and you can actually see on the map as the state of Minnesota goes from beautiful colors to bare trees.
Exactly. And you can look that up. It's every Thursday they update that, so it's available to the public.
Very nice. And you can plan your vacation around where you're going to go if you want to go and check out the fall colors, because again, it kind of works its way from northern Minnesota down, and then it's sad. Snow. What's the URL if people want to go check that out?
You can go to the mndnr.gov/fall colors and track that.
That sounds great. Well, thank you guys for watching today's first show here at Hometown News TV. We'll be coming to you every Thursday night. If you'd like to be part of the show and have some information like photos or video clips and such that would be highlighted in the show, you need to go out to htnewstv.com. That's a direct link to the spot on the website where you can actually go and see how to text us a photo or how to upload a short video. We've got it set up so you can go and shoot about a 2-minute video and upload that video right to our servers with little information about what you were shooting a picture of or the video of, and we'll have it for our next show. Once again, thank you very much for watching. I'm John Young.
And I'm Lori Young.
With the Hometown News TV.
Good evening and welcome to the Hometown News TV, and I'm Lori Young.
And I'm John Young. Thank you for watching our very first episode